Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Well, I want to let you know I almost s- went live on the show that I've got scheduled for the 12th because I've scheduled a lot of my shows already. And it went to the second page, and I wasn't really paying attention this morning. So, literally, like 3 minutes ago, I'm looking, I'm going, gosh, why hasn't the time changed? Because usually it'll say it'll start at 9 o'clock and then it'll go, you know, 15 minutes to show, gives you kind of like a little countdown. I'm like, gosh, why hasn't that changed yet? And I looked at the date and I'm like, oh crap. And then I took and I couldn't find the today's show. Well, I finally realized that it flipped down. But I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, if that's the way today's gonna start. Oh, but I did it. I am here, and I am happy. So, we will do all the little housekeeping stuff that we have to do. Um, let's see here. Oh, I got a little pop-up here. Let's see if that causes something to happen. I guess it doesn't. Um, so I think we're doing good here. Uh, and we are on the YouTube side, and I'm going to hit like, and I'm going to share my channel to the Twixverse. So I'm going in my most bestest ever Frankenstein voice. I'm going to go. I am live. I am live. That's what I think about every time I type that in. It's like, and I just sometimes just want to have to say it out loud because I think it's uh, funny. Okie dokie. So we have that posted. I've posted everywhere I need to go. Life is good. We will do this. Um, I was thinking of doing a poll, and today we're going to do a poll about um, how do you drink your tea? Um, hot. Um, I am Southern. Sweet iced tea for me. Got to make sure it has enough letters. Let's see. Hot. A simple cup of hot tea. I'm Southern sweet iced tea for me. What else can we put? Iced tea, but no sugar, please. Is there any other way we can drink tea? Bum. I don't drink tea. Okay, so there's our poll. How do you drink your tea today? A simple cup of hot tea. I'm Southern sweet iced tea for me. Here we go. How do you drink your tea? The first one is a simple cup of hot tea. I'm Southern sweet iced tea for me. Iced iced tea, but no sugar, please. And I don't drink tea. So there are our choices. Now it's time to say hello to everybody. I've got a bunch of messages here. Um, so let's start off at the very, very top. Let's go all the way back here. We have Dead Man Walking saying, uh, "Morning, Mrs. Happy Anniversary Eve." We went yesterday to get Dad Man's haircut, and we don't go anywhere fancy smancy. We go to Supercuts, and we went and this oh my gosh, this guy cut Dad Man's hair. It's the best, literally the best haircut he's ever had. I kid you not. I saw it and I was like, "Oh my god," and he just went and and, oh, it looked so good, and he looked at me and goes, "You want me to cut your hair?" I I had dyed my hair black and I had been letting it grow out, so I had a lot of gray, and I've never cut it. I just cut the ends off myself. I don't go get it done, and he goes, "Do you want me to cut your hair?" And I'm thinking, "Oh, I don't know. It's late." And I went, "Yeah, sure, okay." So he cut my hair. Oh my gosh, it's the best haircut I have ever had. I kid you not. I'm like, "Oh, well, this is kinda nice. Now we'll both be all cleaned up and look nice for, our anniversary tomorrow." So, it worked well, but I thought that was just so funny, so funny. And we have, Sci-Fi Mamba here saying good morning and good morning to you. And that it's going to be absolutely polar here this week, and the highs are only expected to be in the 20s with wind chills in the negative numbers. I'm so glad I'm not there. Um, um, and Dadman's saying that it's even going to be that way in the north, down here, north of here. Yep. And Snorta Poopa says, hello, humans and the other critters. Hello to you. Ba, ba, ba. And, we have Cardi. Hello, Cardi. Long time no see. So glad you're here. So glad you are here. And we have SiriBot over on the Twitch side and Stream Elements telling everybody that we're live. And we have Masters Maniac Mexico. Good morning to you. I'll come back and get some of these other things. I just want to make sure I get all the hellos. And we have Becky Icorn over on Twitch side. Hello, going to be lurking while I try and get my chores over with. Well, thank you for lurking so much. I appreciate that. Uh, Dr. Cocho Dragon, good morning. Good morning to you. Um, I don't know if I've ever met you here or any other channels, but I welcome you here today. Let's see. I believe that is everybody that oh, and Jess. Hey, Jess. How do I answer the poll when I do hot or southern sweet? It depends. Whichever one you wanna push. I like hot tea and I like sweet tea also. I'm in the same predicament. I like them both. Okay, so we've got everybody there. So let me go back here and then we'll actually, do some of the conversations here. And yeah, Dadman says that he's been left in charge today, and I'm right along there with you, Snorter Poopus. I'm a little scared too. I'm a little scared about that. And yes, I wanted to be a time traveler today. I wanted to go into the future and actually air the show on the 12th instead of today. So I had to get all back in, get everything all worked out for that. Let me make sure. Yes, that is right. So, uh, well, when you go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yes, yes, I tried to be a time traveler and do a show in the future. Oh, wow. If you do a side gig this weekend, you're gonna have to layer up 2 to 3 times. Oh, man. Oof, I don't envy you. I do not envy you at all. I don't envy you at all for that. Mm-mm. How about a poll about polls? Do you want me to keep doing polls? Yes or no? I think the resounding thing might I'm not sure what the answer would be on that. I don't know how uh, I figured polls would kinda help you get involved, and it kinda I like the polls. I like polls because, number 1, I kinda bring other parts of the show into other areas, and, it's always interesting sometimes, the answers the winner of the polls. Sometimes it surprises me. I think it's gonna be one way, and it is completely, completely different. I drink my creamer with a dash of tea. My, sister does that with coffee. Oh, well, might not do that now, but it would be like 3/4 cup coffee and then just a little bit of 3/4 cup milk and then just like a splash of coffee, enough to make it taste like coffee. But you is that what you like your tea usually in liquid form? Let's see here. Da, da, da. And Masters, I don't know if I said hello. Maybe I missed you. Hello, hello. Good morning. And you like your hot tea with milk and brown sugar. Oh my gosh. Yummy. Yummy, yummy. Um, hot tea with cream and sugar. Mm, that sounds good too. I like iced tea too, but I do like hot tea on occasion, usually with a couple of pounds of sugar. Yes, Dad man likes my haircut a lot. Yes, and we don't skip on the sugar. Yes, yes, it was. And it is a really good cut. I have never had it's kind of layered and I don't it's just I'm hoping that I don't mess with my hair a lot. So I'm hoping that when I wash it I can just scrunch it up and it works. As he said, that's all I have to do. I go to a local poodle parlor. They finally learned that I'm a bear, not a poodle, and stopped putting bows in my ears and painting my claws pink. Aw, but I bet you just look adorable with those little bows in your hair. And, yeah, Dad man's telling Sci-Fi Mommy with the weather just to be very, very careful, and that you have snow coming up in Michigan. I don't envy you guys where there's snow. I really, really don't. Like I say, I'm a wimp. I'm cold. I'm freezing. I'm freezing right now. I've got slippers on. I got a sweater on. I was thinking about putting on a coat. Oh, I'm just cold. I don't like turning the air up too much. Well, part of the problem with our house, well, it's not a problem. We have a cinder block house. And so a cinder block house, and it's an old house, so the insulation really kind of sucks in it. Um, so it retains whatever temperature it is. If it gets cold, we turn our air down at night so it's cooler. So it keeps that coldness in longer um, in the morning. So usually before I started doing these shows, I usually was asleep until the house warmed up. And Snorter Poopa says that he likes his sugar slightly tea flavored. And Jess is glad that she's off today with it being heavy snow with wind. Feels like 20 and snowing right now. Black ice is a huge issue in the Ozarks. That is so true. So be very, very careful. And yes, please vote in those polls. We want to make Masters mad and not win again because he gets so upset when he doesn't win and thinks that we rig those polls, but we do not. And you drink your coffee that way too? Sugar and cream. Yes, we have new emotes over on the Twitch side. Go check them out. They're adorable. Wow. Just got an alert on the weather app about lightning striking within 13 miles while it's snowing. That is insane. Wow. High of 36. That just, oh. and the low of 27 today and tomorrow being high of 31 and low of 7. Oh, no. No, no, no. I don't oh, too cold. Oh, you just noticed the, thing that looks like that isn't that cute? I made that. Yeah, I liked having something up there in the corner. So, I made them for, uh I don't know why I made it, I just made it a long time ago when Aang first made my avatar when I was, on other shows and stuff, and I just messed around and made those, um, and I think they're really cool. Thank you. And Soda Poop has asked if the Clampetts are, Sci-Fi Mommy's neighbors. You do, fake news, make YouTube polls great again. Yes, the little pink elephant. Isn't it adorable? If you guys want to see him more up close and personal, then you need to go over to the Twitch side and you can see him. Yes, there's a polar bear. There's a polar bear one. I got a pink elephant, uh, a robot, a polar bear, a duck, a dragon, and a bird. I think no, a seal and a pink elephant. Aren't they adorable? I think so. Thank you, masters, for those. Those are so sweet. Oh my gosh, it's been raining for 5 days. Oh, that's that's so hard. And yes, and here are all the emojis. They're so sweet. So, so sweet. We have a good morning and yes, asking if that is Snorty. It's probably more Snickerdoodle. Uh, no, they moved to Beverly. That's right. They used to be neighbors, but I don't know. They found some liquid gold and moved to Beverly. Yes, those were gifted to me by Masters Maniac Mexico and Ragnar. They both looked for them. Ragnar Sebasan. I hope I said the name correctly. I usually read it, and I'm not good with remembering names. Um, and yes, they they found them for me and gifted them to me, and they made sure that they worked. So yes, and thank you, Masters. I love them. They're so sweet. Um, Let me see if I can find the actual file. If I can see if I can do this without messing anything up here. Let's see. Da, da, da. These are actually, see if they'll show them. Nope. Here we go. I'll show you them all in big form so you can see them. Let me make sure that they're okay. Some of them I haven't downloaded, but here we are. I'm going to show them to you in big form so um, that you can. Let me make sure I'm not going to show anything else. Okay. Okay. So here's. Whoops. Here we go. Wait a second. Come on. Allow. There we go. And we're going to add to the stage. And here they are in kind of big form. They got a black background because they're transparent. But there's the dragon. Isn't that adorable? It's a little Lego dragon. Ah! and we have the robot and the monster. I don't have them all downloaded in. I can only do so many, and so I picked it and choose it. And then we have the duck. Aren't those just adorable? And the little clown with the balloony flower, and the parrot, the pirate parrot. I just noticed it was a pirate parrot. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And the seal, get the seal of approval, and the sea monster, and the pink elephant. Oh, and there's Snortopoopus's cousin Snickerdoodle. Yes, with a little cup of hot chocolate and a cookie. Mmm. And then the last one, milk? Got milk? I just think those are adorable. And if you go to the Twitch side, you can play with them. So there they are. And thank you once again, Masters. Uh, yes, I don't know how to. I, I'm I can't figure out how to remove it. Um, so I'm still working on that. Whoops, let's see, what do I need to do? I need to present the screen. I need to get back to what I need there so that we can do the birthdays. Because if we don't have the birthdays up, then, well, I could just read them. So let's allow that. We need to open that file again. No, actually, we just need to let's close that and let's put that back. Whoops. Come on, pop back there. There we go. I'm so afraid I'm going to put something on the screen that I shouldn't. Just a small one. Just a small one, Snortopoopus. Yes, Ang is, yes. But Ang has been doing a subathon. Um, and he's been doing it in 12-hour stints. And he thought he was done last night, but he got a ton of subs. And So he's got to stream again. For every sub, they add time onto the stream to the sub. Um, and so now he's got to do another whole day. He's trying to get money for a VTuber, and I believe that they're kind of close to it. At least a good chunk of it anyway. So he hasn't really been available to help me out with he helped me get him on, but then he went to had to do something silly like stream. So eventually it'll get it'll get there. And let's see. Whoops. We have wait, it popped up on me. I went to click this one. Hello, Killer Rabbit. How are you? And we have little stars there. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a good one too, and you stay very, very warm. So it is, wow, 24 minutes into the stream, and I've just kind of chatted around here and shared those wonderful gifts that I had. And so I think it is now time for our birthdays. It's 24 minutes past the hour, 9:24 in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States. And I say good morning to you all. So it is time now for birthdays. Oh, what's the oh, sorry, Killer Rabbit. Let me tell you, he's asked. They're asking what the poll is today. The poll is: how do you drink your tea? Do you have? It's a simple cup of hot tea. I'm Southern, sweet iced tea for me. Iced tea, but no sugar, please. and I don't drink tea. So that's our poll. So let me know which one that is, and I will add it in hot tea. Ooh, we have a hot tea. So that makes, let's look. So 7 votes, five, four. So it means sweet tea has 4 votes. Iced tea, hot tea has now 3 votes because I'm adding that one in. And uh, tea no sugar has, let's see, 1 vote. Okay. And that's including our Twitch voters. So that makes 8 people voting. So thank you very much for that. Let me put that one down. See, so everyone knows he voted for, they voted for hot tea, hot tea. Oh, yes, yes, they have decided because there's no there's no new ideas in Hollywood. Everything has to be rebooted, restarted. They can think of nothing new. Yes, I know I can do a poll on Twitch, but it's like only does it, I can't do it through the whole show. And then I have to mush them all together um and all that. And oh, by the way, hello from the Twitch side. I cannot figure out if I can even do it for the whole show. That's when I would like to do it, and I would if I could. Um, so yes, okay. So now it is time da, 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 for birthdays. Today is January 12th. If your birthday is January 12th, happy birthday to you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. So now here we go on our, oh, let me get my list here. Oh, I moved my light. I can't see. I'm kind of sitting in the dark. I need to move. I have this one light that I move around um, everywhere to to hang it up and to use it. And there we go. Ah, I can see now. I can see now. So today is January 12th birthdays. Who is our first? Yes, they're going to be doing the Wizard of Oz 85th anniversary. Um, yes, I know you paid the light bill. It's not that. It's because I didn't turn them on. Well, I need to figure it out because that would be so much easier than, and then I could just add the numbers together. I looked and it only gave me time. It didn't have a, open-ended one. Oh, well, Killer Rabbit says minus 40 with wind chill. Oh. And the 40th anniversary of Never Ending Story. I know, isn't that? I just remember watching them when they first came out. Goodness, goodness, goodness. So our first birthday today is Jeff Bezos. I'm so bad with pronunciations. He's an American businessman, media proprietor, and investor. He's the founder, executive chairman, and former president and CEO of Amazon, the world's largest e-commerce and cloud computing company. He has a net worth of about 170 billion. That is with a B, as in of November 2023. He is he's not even the first wealthiest. He is the third wealthiest person in the world. So, yes. I call Amazon evil, but I do shop it almost every day, so I'm a little hypocritical in that. Jeff Bozo. Oh my goodness. At least I spelled his name right. That would have been horrible if I spelled his name wrong. He's 60 years old today. And oh, My Fair Lady is anniversary 60th anniversary is February. Oh, excuse me. So our next birthday is, I figured that would be a kind of controversial start to our birthdays today. Our next one is Zayn Malik. He's 31 years old today. He's a British singer. He has auditioned as a solo contestant for the British music competition television series The X Factor in 2010. He was eliminated, but he was brought back to the competition to form a five-piece boy band called One Direction, which went on to become one of the best-selling boy bands of all time. He left the group in the March of 2015 and signed a solo recording contract with RCA Records. I'm going to try not to forget. I need to look and make sure. Go on their site and write everything down. I love seeing the when they put stuff on the big screen that hasn't been on the big screen for a while. Um, so yes, that's another thing on my to-do list to do. The ever-growing to-do list. The Beach Boys are your boy band? Fair enough, fair enough. I really like K-pop bands. I've made no secret about it. I love K-pop. And every time there's a birthday of one of the K-pop singers that are in one of the bands I like, I post them, and nobody knows and nobody knows who he is but me, but I don't care. It makes me happy. And Master says he is not a singer. The best that you can call what he does is howling, crying, or something. Well, yep. Everybody has their own opinion what good singing is. Oh, so apparently someone likes them. Our next contestant in the birthday lottery is Howard Stern, 70 years old today. He is famous New York shock jock, television personality, and an author who became known for discussing traditionally taboo or obscene subjects in a frank and unabashed way. Yep, basically was like whatever went into his brain came out of his mouth. There was no filter at all. It gained popularity when it was nationally syndicated on, I love this, that we now have terrestrial radio, which is radio that's through radio waves from tower to tower. And so he had gained popularity on terrestrial radio, and he has broadcast on Sirius XM radio, which is satellite radio, since 2006. And his movie Private Parts, oh wait, I don't have that anymore. I erased that part of it. He was also a movie. Private Parts was made about him. So yes, no, ma'am, there ain't no opinions on good singing. There are rules and notes you have to hit, and he doesn't. And sci-fi loves never-ending story. And hello, Ragnar. How are you doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Never cared for Stern. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You either liked Howard Stern or you didn't like Howard Stern. Um, he was a little too crass for my taste, but yes. And we have hello and whoops, guten Tag, and A showcase of the memes. Yes, I do have the elephant twice. I'm so sorry. And we have Corey. Hello, Corey. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Well, um, Rolos, if you didn't like him, you probably aren't going to like the next person I have either. He is Ron. Oh, I think it should be. Is it Ron or Rob? I'm not sure. I've got Rob on my paper and Ron on the screen. So let's see what his name really is. It's Rob. So this is incorrect. His name is incorrect on the screen. I apologize for that. So Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie. My apologies for spelling his name wrong. Um, so I'm going to take it off the screen just so we don't have to look at that misspelling because that drives me crazy. He's 59 years old today. He is a singer, songwriter, record producer, filmmaker, and an actor. His music and lyrics are notable for their horror and sci-fi themes. His live shows have been praised for their elaborate shock rock theatricals, and he sold an estimated 15 million albums worldwide. He rose to fame as a founding member and the frontman of the heavy metal band White Zombie. Zombie directed the horror film House of a Thousand Corpses in 2000. Though the controversial project was not released until 2003. It's since been become a cult classic. I've actually heard of that movie. Won't ever watch it. I do not really like horror movies. Yes, yes. He also filmed the 2 sequels, in his Firefight trilogy, so he did the House of that one, and then The Devil's Rejects, and then 3 from Hell. After the success of his first 2 films, he directed Halloween, 2007, a remake of the classic 1978 horror film. I've got to sneeze one moment. Excuse me. Mm. So yes, 59 years old today. Oh, I left your high up there, Corey. Um, Rob Zombie, yes, and he is so I so apologize for putting his name wrong. And I check them over and over again, but sometimes you get blind with spellings. And Master says he is a legend. His music is better than his movies. And B from O agrees with you, Masters. Well, that got everyone's attention. And hello, B from O, by the way. Hello, hello. Um, so let's go to the next one there. He just looks scary to me. He looks scary. Okay, now this is one of those K-pop ones that you might not know who he is, but I don't care because I like him, and so I put him in. So, yes. Our next, one is Do Kyung-soo. He is professionally known as D.O. He's a South Korean singer and actor. He's a member of the, Korean Chinese boy group EXO, EXO. He has starred in a lot of television dramas. Most of them I have watched and I really, really like them. He is also a solo singer. He was selected by the Korean Film Council as one of the 200 Korean actors that best represent the present and future of Korea's movie scene. 31 years old today. Happy birthday. I just love his eyes. It's like they're staring into your soul. So I'm gonna remove this because I'm gonna put this post and I don't want people to think it's that picture. I think he's doing a horror version of Steamboat Willie. Rob Zombie. I would believe it. I would believe it. Yes. I do. I can see him doing that. Let's see. And let's before we since I'm here, let's look. We have got it said 17 people watching. We have 7 people on YouTube watching. Let's see how many likes we have. Are they even? They're even. Yay! And we have 7 likes. Thank you guys very much. Our poll so far, we have 10 people that have voted. We have um 5 5 for well, let's see. 6. Okay. We have 5 people that have voted for sweet tea, 3 for hot tea, and 1 for tea with no sugar. So, sweet tea is still ahead in the poll. We have 6 people watching over here now, so I chased somebody away, so sorry about that. And on Twitch, we have 10 people. Wow! Thank you so much. Um, I think American pop music should be called A-pop. Go for it. I think we should start um, a petition to have it officially changed to A-pop. Let's see, let's make sure I haven't missed anything here. B from O says, "I used to turn him on," I believe you're talking about Rob Zombie, "while going down mountains when I drove trucks, going down while Dragula plays." Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. Oh, goodness gracious. Our next person is Kirstie Alley. She, was 71 years old when she passed away at the end of the 2022. Um, she is an American actress, and she had her breakthrough role as Rebecca Howe in the NBC sitcom Cheers. She received an Emmy and a Golden Globe Award for that show, and she also starred she was the lead in the sitcom Veronica's Closet and got another, Emmy and Golden Globe. She got another Emmy and Golden Globe, nomination. She appeared in a lot of films, including, yes, Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Yes, yes, and, we got 2 people there who knew who it was, even though there was a misspelling, it was okay. Her movie breakout was The Wrath of Khan, absolutely. Um, she also did a television film called David's Mother, which was about being the mother of a, teenage child with autism. And, she also played, in the TV show Fat Actress. Ally returned to acting when she was on a sitcom Kirstie. She was in the horror series Scream Queens. She also was in the reality show Kirstie's Alley's Big Life, Dancing with the Stars, and The Masked Singer. Yes, she passed away in 2022, I believe from cancer. So, yes. Yes, and she was in Who's Look Who's Talking and Look Who's Talking Too. She's been in some good movies. She has been in some good movies. Now, our next person here is Tim Horton. He passed away in 1974 and he was 44 years old. He was a Canadian professional ice hockey defenseman. He played 24 seasons in the National Hockey League and spent the majority of his career playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He later played with the New York Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Buffalo Sabres. In 2017, he was named one of the 100 greatest NHL players in history. And he is also a successful businessman. He co-founded He's a co-founder of the Tim Horton restaurant chain, famous for its donuts. Yes, donuts, donuts, donuts. Yep, the coffee and donut king. So Tim Horton. Our next person is Joe Frazier. Smokin' Joe, 67 years old was when he passed away. He was a world heavyweight boxing champion. He competed against many of the all-time greats. He was the first boxer to defeat Muhammad Ali. He won a gold medal at the 1964 Olympics in Tokyo. And when he retired, he had a record of 32, 4, and 1. Joe Frazier. Yes, I did not know who I honestly did not know who, uh, they were. I knew of the restaurant, so when I saw his name, I went, "Oh, I wonder if he's affiliated with that restaurant," and he was. So cool. That was kinda cool, and then I'm like, "Oh, people have talked about these donuts. Maybe we can find a Tim Hortons somewhere when we're traveling the next time we travel." Our next person is Nathan Gamble, 26 years old today. He made his feature film debut in Babel in 2006. He was nominated for a Young Artist Award for that. He's mainly best known for his role in Dolphin Tale and in the sequel Dolphin Tale 2. He's also been in The Dark Knight, Marley and Me, um, and on television he has been in CSI Crime Scene Investigation and Without a Trace, House MD, and Ghost Whisperer. So Nathan Gamble, 26 years old today. Gosh, my shoulder is itching and I can't reach it. It's in a spot I can't reach. Oh, it's driving me crazy. I need a back scratcher, but he's at work right now. Uh, so our next victim in this birthday lottery is Jack London, died at 40 years old. He is best known for his novels The Call of the Wild and White Fang, and well as such short stories as To Build a Fire and The Pearls of Parlay. He was also a well known activist for workers' rights. He wrote a nonfiction book, The People of the Abyss, which exposed the terrible working conditions and lives of the London poor. Very interesting. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, my back. Oh, it's just driving me crazy. Oh, I found a pin. Oh, I need to buy a back scratcher. But yes, Jack London died at 40 years old. And yes, Dolphin Tale did have a sequel. Dolphin Tale did have a sequel. Now I have to try to put a wrestler in every show because we might have some wrestling fans out there. And our wrestler today is Luna Vachon. Died at 48 years old. She's an American Canadian professional wrestler. Excuse me. Over the course of her 22-year career, she wrestled for promotions such as the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, which is now the Worldwide Wrestling Experience, the Extreme Championship Wrestling, the American Wrestling Association, and the World Championship Wrestling. She was posthumously inducted into WWE Hall of Fame, the Professional Wrestlers Hall of Fame, and the Women's Wrestling Hall of Fame. She won many championships and was inducted into the Canadian Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2022, the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame and Museum in 2020, and the WWE Hall of Fame in 2019. I've heard some Canadians say that Tim Hortons isn't what it used to be since they bought it out by Burger King. I agree with that because um, We used to go to, Longhorn Steakhouse all the time, and it was absolutely delicious, and then it was bought out by, oh, I can't remember who, but they also have, like, Olive Garden, and it went down. It went down, and I was so disappointed. Uh, I didn't like it. They took things off the menu that were favorites and yes. Yes, Luna's Uncle Mad Dog. A lot of the it seems like a lot of the wrestlers, it's like it's all in the family. Why do I owe you what did I jinx you on? What did I jinx you on? Oh. Yeah, he typed the same thing out, Darden. Yeah, the original Longhorn was awesome. That is so true. I hate it when I hear that a company gets a restaurant or something like that gets cut out. Um, I agree totally. And our last one, this kinda goes, with someone who had a birthday. Luna's father, uncle, and mother were pro wrestlers. Wow. So she didn't have a choice. It was the family business. Our last person is Charles Perrault, 75 years old when he passed away. And earlier, when we were talking about the Brothers Grimm and their stories, and that they were taken, they rewrote a lot of stories. Well, a lot of the stories they got from Charles Perrault. He was a French author who wrote the classic fairy tales Cinderella and Sleeping Beauty. And he's also known for his 1697 works, Tales of Mother Goose. And many of his fairy tales have been retold by the Brothers Grimm. One of his most recognized fairy tales is Le Chat Bot, or Puss in Boots, to which actor Antonio Banderas lent his voice in the animated versions of Puss in Boots. Yes, the Iron Claw it focuses on the a certain family of wrestlers. I don't know which ones, but yeah. So wrestling was family before, some guy in a sports car yeah, before racing. Exactly. Exactly. So that's our last of our birthdays today. I hope you enjoyed them. I try to make a, variety of birthdays. Some of them I don't really know who they are, I'll be honest with you. I have someone from a different generation also helping with the birthday, so we can kinda get a nice eclectic mix of, of, uh of birthdays, because if I had it my way, I'd do actors from the golden age of Hollywood, uh, K-pop singers, and, TV shows from 20 years ago. So, it would be pretty boring. So, I kinda glad I got a nice mix, and I'm gonna let you guys, if, you're on my, Twitter, um, if you ever, um if there's ever anyone that you, want to have in a birthday in the, coming give me a little notice, 'cause I do these, in advance, so I can't, if it's too late, I can't always put them in. Oh, family like Fast and Furious. Oh, okay, I gotcha. You meant family like I gotcha. So if there's like a birthday that you want to me to try to put in, I can't guarantee that I will, because sometimes I look at them, and if I see that there might be a little something that's a little controversial, um, or I, I won't use them. There's some that were good, but there was just a little bit of things that I was like, well, darn it, I wish he didn't do that. I wish he didn't do that, but he did, and so I don't put him in. Uh, but yeah, go ahead and send me a DM about it. I'm going to try to get my Discord set up where I can have that. where people can go on my Discord and put in, birthday suggestions also. Um, thank you for the pink elephant, Killer Rabbit. Thank you so much. Thank you. Um, but, yes, so that would be kinda neat. So, hopefully, after I've said to do that, that you can actually DM me because, someone tried to DM Dadman and it wouldn't let them DM, and I tried to DM someone before and it wouldn't let me DM them. So, hopefully it works after I've just said, "Go do it." Oh, we'll see. So, okay, let's see. How many people do we have? We have 7 people over here on YouTube. Our poll, it doesn't look like it has changed. And we have 10 people over on Twitch. Wow, guys, thank you so much for that. That is insane. Um, so I really, really appreciate it. Well, as you know, I told you at the beginning of the show, my hair is now it's white. It's pretty much gray. I've got, my a brownish color that goes through it now, but I used to be a strawberry blonde. I used to have a lot more red highlights in my hair than I do now. Um, so I look at these memes and I really appreciate them. My hair was not nearly as red. We're doing redhead memes today. My hair is not was never as red as these people in the memes. My sister's has red hair and it's very red. Um, so a lot of these memes could probably pertain to her. So we are going to get ready to do our memes for the day, which, as I said, I've already told you the theme of them. I figured you'd figure it out when you saw the first one. Everyone, is your hair naturally red? Me. No. I soak my hair every night in the blood of my enemies. I bet they get so sick of hearing. Are you a natural redhead? Yes. I asked Dadman to help me out and to pick the memes, and he says, "I've got 15 memes for you or 12 memes for you." I said, "I only need 5." So I picked 5 of them because I could do a show, an entire show just on memes. That would be fun to do one day, just memes. Oh, you believe that gingers are evil? No, they're not. They're misunderstood, just like polar bears. You like that one a ton? How a redhead enjoys the beach. I might not have red hair anymore, but I can take and go outside in the sun and um I can burn like within 5 minutes. Um so I'm not a big fan of the sun at all. Yes, I went to the beach one time. That man says that was you at the beach before. I went to the beach one time and I literally brought 6 beach umbrellas and put them around so no matter where the sun was, I wouldn't get hit by the sun. Yes, it was awful. Yes, it is. Um, um, that is so true. You're right. It is true. And when I go and I see redheads and they're, wearing like they're like in a theme park and they're wearing little, strappy shirts and stuff, and you just see all the just so they're they're just beautiful pale skin, and you're going, "Oh, please, I hope you put sunscreen on. I hope you put sunscreen on because you're going to be miserable if you don't." Um, uh, I catch on fire on the beach if I don't use sunblock. Yep, I just don't go to the beach. And Corey loves redheads, been around them my entire life. Very nice. I've got one that was Killer Rabbit that you did earlier that, I'm gonna post it, um, um, whoops, sorry, went the wrong way. Gonna post it in a second here. Here we go. The rumor is redheads have no souls. Well, that is a false rumor because gingers earn a freckle for every soul they steal. So they have lots of souls. I have a ton of souls myself. I've got lots of freckles. Every time I go to the dermatologist, they're like, sun damage, sun damage, because they consider freckles sun damage. Um, SB0 came out a bright redhead at birth, fell out at a month old, and was mousy brown until puberty darkened it. That's interesting. That is really interesting. I had red curly hair. I had really, really, oh, it was really, really hard to do. This picture reminds me of my niece who has red hair. It's just so yes. So yes. Yes, I think this one is funny, and I love the look on her face. It's like, "If you talk here," and you know, you get so tired, "If you talk about my red hair one more time, I am going to scream." But yes, we have lots of soul. Being a short redhead is like 3 gallons of crazy in a 2-gallon bucket. Oh, I love this one. It's so it is. It is so true. It is so true. I know I know there are redheads out there that are shy and reserved and introverted, very uh, but I don't know any of them. I don't know any of them, but I know they're out there. I just don't know any of them in person. And yes, 10 pounds of crazy in a 5-pound bag. Exactly. And maybe Snorter Poopa should tie his fur red. My hair was blonde, but it started turning white in my late 20s, so my hair and beard are now snow white. Oh, I bet that's a pretty I wish my mom has white hair. It is beautiful. People have paid to have their hair changed just that white. I wish the reason I colored my hair before was not because I didn't like the white hair, it's because it's mixed in with brown or it's my hair's kinda become this browny thing now, and, so I've lost my red hair. My kids took my curls away, took my color away, so now I've got but it's mixed all up and together, and I'm like, "Oh, if it was just pure white, I would love it," but it's not. So and I just can't I can't ugh. But I like the haircut now, so my haircut kinda looks kinda like the way her hair kinda is feathery like that. So, yeah. I'm not sure if this is the last one or not. I think it is. Nope, I have one more. This is my last one, and this is our my final statement. We have a redhead with a sword. Your argument is invalid. Enough said. Enough said. My biggest regret is not having dated those 2 gingers when I was a young bear. But greatest achievement was not having dated those 2 gingers when I was a young bear. Yes. Oh, I hope you didn't hear that. I hope I muted my mic. I had to burp, and all of a sudden I went, "Wait a minute." So I don't if you heard it, I apologize. I did not mean to do that on air at all. So wow, we have been streaming for an hour and 5 minutes. It is 10:05 in my neck of the woods, which is the East Coast of the United States, and let's see how that poll is going. That poll is just the same. Oh, no, it's changed. We now have 11 votes. We have, another vote for iced tea, so we have, 7 votes for iced tea. Somewhere I must have missed another vote. No, no, I didn't. We have 7 we have 6 votes for iced tea. No, we have yeah, we have somewhere I missed a vote somewhere. We have 7 votes for iced tea, 3 votes for hot tea because we have that one over on the Twitch side, and 1 for tea with no sugar. Now, I only like, tea that if we make tea, if it sets too long and I don't like it, like, after about 2 days. I really like fresh made tea. So I like if we make tea at home to make smaller batches. But, yeah, tea. And how many people? We have 10 people still over on Twitch. Wow. That just amazes me. I've got this Siri bot attached to my Twitch channel, and, I've gotta check some of the settings on it because I think if new people come over on Twitch, that they're not allowed to comment until they followed for a month, and I think that might be a little excessive. I don't want them to be able to to comment right away, so, I was trying to think of a happy medium where oh, wow, we have 19 people watching. Thank you guys very much for that. Sun tea. Oh, I remember making sun tea. Yes. And that's so easy to make in the summertime here in the state of Florida. Yes. Whoops. Yes. I like this one. Are there commercials airing right now? That's another thing I'm trying to to learn about. I don't know. Let me look here. Are they airing? Does it say? See, I don't have. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still working on that. If you don't want to see commercials, subscribe. I think I have commercials that run every hour on the Twitch side. So I do not know. Um, what I need to do is I just need to really take a lot of time and and figure out the whole Twitch thing. Like I said, I wasn't expected to get monetized as fast as I did, and so now I'm kinda, like, behind. So, Killer Rabbit, are we back? Are we away from the commercials now? I don't know how to monitor the commercials, so I hope they're not bad commercials. That's one thing that always worries me when they throw commercials in, because you don't have any control over what they are, but that's how you make money. There was 4 of them. Yes, that's, now that I'm monetized, they do commercials, and I don't know what I wanna try to do is figure out when the commercials are, and then, stop what I'm doing and maybe do some content or just chat with the people that can hear until we come back so that you don't miss birthdays and stuff like that. But I haven't figured out how to see when the commercials are, um, where to look on my channel to find that. So, I'm still learning. But, thank you for hanging in there, Killer Rabbit. We just kind of was sitting here waiting, talking about commercials. Talking about commercials because I was waiting for him to get done. So now we're done, and and that is pretty much our show today, guys. Hello, Bone. Thank you for dropping by and throwing a like in there. Hey, vote on our poll before you leave. It's about tea. How do you like drinking your teas? A cup of hot tea, sweet tea, iced tea, but no sugar, or I don't drink tea. Everybody that has voted is a tea drinker of some sort. I like drinking, I like it's hard because I like drinking hot tea, but I like putting just a little bit of lemon in it, sometimes, or honey. If I'm not feeling good, um, I do a little bit of both. Uh, but I also like iced tea, but I like sugared iced tea, but I don't like it where I get, it hurts my teeth sweet. I like just enough just to kinda take the edge off of, the the bitterness of the tea. Um, so, oh yeah, I forgot, celebrations. Yes, we have celebrations. You know what I did? Um, I saw the redhead things, and I looked down at my, celebrations, and I went, "Oh, okay, well, we're done," because the last one is, about, redheads. So, yes, we do have celebrations today. So let's go ahead and get to them before I forget because apparently I forgot my own what I do on my own show. So today is celebrations. Psh, 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 fireworks going off in the air. At 1 hour and 13 minutes into the show, 10:13 in my neck of the woods, and it says we have 16 people watching. We have 6 people watching on YouTube, and we have 10 people watching on Twitch. Thank you guys very much for that. I love the support over there on Twitch. Um, that makes me happy. So our celebrations today. What is our first celebration? Work harder day. We're like, yeah, right. Um, and it is easy to get caught up in just finishing your task, finishing your jobs, and just getting on to the next thing we have to do. But today challenges not to just complete something, but to give it just that little bit extra more effort and to reach a new level and really want you to. um yeah, I completely forgot about 'em. I looked I had it right in front of me. I had my paper with all my script, and I at the end, I saw something about redheads, and I went, "Oh, okay, we've just done the redhead memes. We're done for the day." I tell you, my memory is horrible, guys. That's why I write everything down. Dadman's like, "Well, why don't you just do it this way?" And I'm like, "Because I can't. I've gotta have it written down." And I know it takes extra time, but if I don't, I forget. I forget to do stuff, and, oh, it could be really, really bad, really bad. Well, Snorterpoop is planning on, um, working harder on a nap later on today. I am all for that. All for that. So we have work harder day. So let's just try to do a little bit whatever we do. Just try to work a little bit, put a little bit more effort into it and and just reach that new level. My memory is like a rabbit's tail, short and fuzzy. I love that. I should write it down because I won't remember it. That's why I have note paper around me all the time, and I write these notes, and then I forget why I wrote the note because sometimes I write them like, in shorthand, and I'm like, "What the heck does that even mean?" And I can't even, recall why I wrote it. I truly am writing that down because I love that. That is too funny. You are all invited to sleep with Snorter Poop. It's just not in the same bed or possibly county. Wake me up when it's Wake me up when it's over. Let others work harder today. Yes, yes, I'm not going to work harder today. Our next person is National Pharmacist Day. Pharmacists usually see us when we're not at our best. We're usually sick, um, or fighting allergies, need a refill on our medications, um, or even sometimes looking for a hangover cure. So we can thank our pharmacists for being there to be able to help us find what we need to combat whatever ailments we have. So go thank your pharmacist today that they gave you the correct medication and not the wrong stuff. Thank you, pharmacist. Well, that's not the pharmacist's fault. That's the pharmaceutical company's fault. Don't shoot the messenger. I know some medications are crazy. When I look at the price of some of the medication that we take, that if we didn't have insurance, it's criminal. It truly is criminal. There's no reason that any medication should cost $500 for a month's supply. None whatsoever. That was my tirade. And then it's National Marzipan Day. Marzipan is a light treat made of fairly unusual combination of sugar and almond meal. Um, I've never had it, so I don't know if it tastes good or not. Apparently, people really love it. Sometimes it even has almond extract in it. It's been used in a variety of sweets and treats, and it can be molded into just about anything. So, marzipan is used a lot in cake decorating. So, fortunately, Snorter Poopus picks up their meds at Publix. So, it calms his anger with fried chicken. Mm, yum, fried chicken. So, National Marzipan Day. I just think it's criminal. I really do. The how much medication costs. At least in this country. I do not know in other countries how prescriptions cost, medication costs in them, but in this country, it's really very high. I have looked at some talking about diamond painting. I have looked at some of the diamond paintings, and there was one I saw in Temu that was the Starry Night that was humongous. It was so big, and I went, "Oh, wow, that would be so cool," but I have no place to put it up, so I don't dare buy it. Would be across the whole back of a wall that had a couch on it. So there's some really cool stuff on there. Marzipan is made with almonds, full stop. Oh, the fried chicken, and yes, that man soda poopas, and not forget the sweet tea. And soda poopa says the irony is, since my meds deal with blood pressure and sugar, fried chicken is so good for those. You found an Orco from He-Man as a diamond painting. Wow. Yeah, I just kind of first started looking through that site. It's really, really interesting. Um, uh, yes, very, very interesting that site. I can't look at it too much because um, I want to buy too much stuff on there. And our next day is National Youth Day. We need to remember that the youth or the young are our future and they deserve to be celebrated. Today is the day to show appreciation for and to celebrate the special young people that you know. And I know that we uh, have issues with that younger generation, but I think every generation had issues with that younger generation, and everything turned out okay. So, Utes, yes. So yeah, I I really support the young people I know. And because of our poll today that we have well, not because of our poll, but because of this, we have our poll today. See, I just think that's ridiculous. But this generation is this generation. Snorter Poop has had younger issues with the younger generation when I was part of the younger uh, uh generation. What's a Ute? I love grits. What is a grit? And really, how did they come up with that name? Talking about grits. Yes, I digress to something that's not even nobody was talking about it, but I am. So I'm going to elaborate. How did they come up with the name grits? Because to me, when I think of grits, it's that gritty feeling. Maybe that is maybe that's where it came from because it's but I wonder how the food grits got its name. Hmm. Maybe I'll research that later if I remember. If I care enough about it, I'll research it later. If not, it means it just was a thought that passed through my brain and has since left. What is swag? I don't know. I mean, I know what it is, but to put that word kind of into I'm going to look it up because I it's kind of like attitude. That's kind of what I think when I think of swag. It's like attitude and in Australia, it's a portable sleeping unit. And swag can also mean free promotional items or stolen goods. But it can also mean stylish confidence. So usually when they use swag, it's kinda like attitude. If they're using it to describe a person, that it's attitude. Swag can also mean, stuff that you get free, the swag I got at that event, the promotional stuff you get. Um, it can also be, um, just promotional items. Nothing they don't even have to be fancy, just promotional items. So, I think a lot of it's used for, just kinda having this attitude, confident air. But a swag bag is promotional stuff, a bunch of free stuff. Oh, attitude. You have bad swag then? Okay, I take it. Yes, Dad, man, you were born old. I don't think I was born old. I think I was born in the wrong generation. I should have been born like 50 years, 60, no, 20 years before I was born. But yes, Utes. So we got from Utes to grits to swag. Our next one, here it is, National Hot Tea Day. That's why we have the tea poll, which, by the way, how is that poll doing over there? We have 12 votes. We have, it looks like we have 7 for sweet tea. We have 4 for a simple cup and 1 for iced tea. And that's with, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's with 12 votes. And I've got it figured. I'm keeping a little tally here because sometimes my brain hurts and I don't want to think about it over and over again. Um, because it was close there for a while with sweet and hot tea. And I didn't want to have to, uh, Vilma just came in hurrying to my arms. Wondered why, but then I saw her black nose and took a look in the garden. It was nothing but the bad feeling she might have troubles, LOL. Oh, yes. Yes, she has troubles. Oh, give Vilma a pat on the head for me. For those that know, Vilma is Master's one of Master's dogs. It is it is not a a human being. It is a canine companion. Oh no, she got your garlic. Oh no. Ah, oh, that hurts. That is so hard when yep. Uh, and sometimes there's just no way to keep some animals out of a garden. None at all. Oh, so let's get back to National Hot Tea Day. There's nothing more relaxing than sitting down with a nice hot cup of tea. I find it very relaxing sometimes over coffee. You can simply enjoy black English breakfast tea, herbal tea, or even a spiced chai tea. Hot tea is a delicious beverage that is enjoyed all over the world. Yes, and I'm sure there's an iced tea day somewhere around here too. And if there isn't one, we can create it because that's apparently what just people do. So with that hot tea, you can have some curry chicken because it's National Curry Chicken Day also. I will say I have had curry. Ah, green tea. Yes. Hello, Subi720. How are you doing today? Green tea is delicious. When they used to give the free green tea at the restaurant, when we go to the Chinese restaurant, I always loved getting it. And I cringed when people are like, "Can you give me some sugar?" Because you don't put sugar in green tea. And Subi, if you do, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you put tea in it. Sugar in it. I just thought the green tea just tastes good, just the green tea. So I have had curry, but I've not had curried chicken. Oh, somebody looked up about grits. Let's see. Uh, And, I'll get down to that one in a second. In Northern Germany, we still enjoy the late afternoon tea with milk. It is meant to sit together and reflect on the day. A lot of companies also still do it and get good results. I think there's a lot of things that other countries do that just make so much more sense. And, and one of them is, and this is really kind of off. Well, let me first get to killer rabbits because I will forget it. The word grits comes from the word grist, which early settlers of the South meant any ground cereal grain. Very interesting. Thank you, Killer Rabbit, for that, because had since forgotten that I was going to look that up later. I think there are so many things that some really good practices that other countries do. Um, and I don't know why we don't. And one of them, and I know this seems like kind of a weird thing, but when you're at like a grocery store and the tellers that are ringing you out have to stand up here. Yes, my it is short and fuzzy. I do have a brain like a bunny's tail. Exactly. See, I remembered that, but it's only because I wrote it down. I looked over to remember what it was. But in other countries, they let the tellers sit in a chair while they're scanning the stuff. And to me, that just makes so much more sense because why have someone there standing in one spot for hours? And that just can't. I just don't understand why we do that. To show we're tough or something. Um, and things like the uh, having a break, like you said, the late afternoon tea, and in some countries after lunch, having a rest. They encourage the taking of short naps during the day because a lot of times a short nap will take and improve your productivity. You don't have to work any more hours, but you're more productive. Um, But, yeah, there's a lot of things that other countries do that I think makes so much more sense that the United States does not do. Yeah, like power naps. There actually is, like, a time thing, like, you sleep between, like, 15 and 20 minutes, um, or I can't remember the exact thing, but if you sleep more than that, um it's counterproductive, but if you sleep less than that, it doesn't work. So, like, it's like about 15 or 20 minutes, and then that's it, and then you get up and you're more productive. But yes, curry chicken tastes as much tastier than curried horse. Okay, I don't wanna get into that topic again. Yes, Aldi's cashiers sit a lot because Aldi's is not, an American-owned company. I believe I do not know where. I read it somewhere before, but like I say, once again, I have forgotten, so we're going to look. Where does Aldi's originate? Aldi's originated in what country? It is, it is owned by a German, company. So, yeah, that's why oops, let me get over here. That's why they sit because it makes more sense. I do not know how many. I thought it was German, before I said it, but I wanted to check and make sure. So how many hours? So let's see where it is. Germans work 35 hours a week with 2 free days guaranteed. I think the whole concept of working until, working all the time, I think people can be more productive, and if they know that they have, they know they're gonna have 2 days off, they're gonna work harder. That's the theory anyway. I love Aldi's too, and Trader Joe is their sister company. Wow, I did not know that. And several of my friends work at Aldi's. They all rotate sitting and stocking shelves. Yes, we have an Aldi's just down the street from us, and I love it. I love going there. Um, When they first came here, the first Aldi's I went to, I didn't like it. They were, I think it's when they first started here, and, the way that they presented their stuff, I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy, but it looked almost like, it reminded me kind of like we have here a store that, like, buys, um, trucks of food, food that's expired, and they sell it, and, which is legal to do, by the way, it's not illegal to do that, um, and, that's kind of what it reminded me of. It was very dingy, and it looked kind of dirty, like more warehousey than a grocery store. So I didn't go for a long time to Aldi's, and then I decided, yeah, kind of like salvage, CB, exactly, kind of like salvage. But that's kind of the vibe it first gave when I first saw them. Um, and so I think but then when I went, I was like, "Wow, this store is amazing." So I'm so happy I gave it another chance. Did you know that there's no Walmarts in Germany because the company refused to pay minimum salary and didn't want to apply to German social rules? So we send them home. Sorry. Hey, Walmart has bullied its way into a lot of areas and has hurt the smaller companies and for some products to get in. They have bullied them into changing some of their way they want their product treated. I know there's one company that refrigerates their pickles and wanted their pickles refrigerated, and Walmart said, if you want to be in our store, this is what we're going to do. And if you don't want to do that, then you don't have to be in our store. Well, they wanted to be in the store, so they did what they wanted to do. Yeah, Walmart's a big company and they use that power to sometimes squish the little guy. So I try to go do support the little guy, um, whenever I can. So yes. Minimum wage is called minimum wage because if they could pay you less, they would. Yeah, Rubbermaid was bullied. Yeah, it's a big yeah. And I just think that's wrong. I think I just think that's wrong, but support your support those small stores and businesses in your area. That's what I say to do. Those local we try to go to a local hardware store, and we try to go to the smaller um, grocery stores and places like that to get stuff. But yep. And our next one is yes, kiss a ginger day. But make sure you have permission first before you do it. Okay? We don't want anyone arrested and then you blame me because I told you to do it. Now, this I got from daysoftheyear.com. I loved what they wrote. So I am going to read it verbatim from their site. And this is their little excerpt from Kiss a Ginger Day. Fiery red hair, pale skin, and eyes of blue or green. These are the defining characteristics of some of the most amazingly attractive human beings in existence. They were once held as being holy as they were believed to have stolen the very fire of the gods and imbued their crimson locks with it. Kiss a Ginger Day is your opportunity to steal a kiss from one of these amazingly attractive genetic rarities. So kiss a ginger day, but get permission first. Don't just arbitrarily go up and kiss a redhead today because if you get arrested, it is not my fault. Yeah, you have no gingers there. and, shop local if possible, also mom and pop restaurants. Yes. And yes, gingers rock. I don't know if they steal souls with kisses. Maybe they do. If a ginger gets a freckle for every, soul that they have stolen, then I have a gazillion souls because I have lots of freckles. Lots of freckles. So, um, okie dokie, that's the end of our celebrations. I actually remembered them today. It is 10:40. Wow, guys. And it says in my home country as well as in Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, gingers are very, very common. Most Vikings have been gingers. Freckles are beauty spots. I have lots of them. When I was young, I was told I hated my freckles, and I was told freckles are kisses from angels. So, yes. Well, it is 10:41 in my neck of the woods. We've been streaming for an hour and 41 minutes. We still have 6 people watching on YouTube. Thank you guys very much. And 10 people still watching on Twitch. Wow, guys. Thank you so much for that. That is amazing. Um, I am like a little overwhelmed with that. That is so cool. I I know I need to work on that. I need to get the bit thing set up. I'm gonna have some time with Aang this next week. So I'm hoping I have a little laptop and I'm hoping I'll be able to do some stuff on that and he'll be able to help me with that. I'm hoping. So yes, I will. I will. And you have a wonderful day too, Subi. Hey, Tomby, how are you? The strongest cup of tea possible. Yorkshire Gold tea bags. So that's your favorite. Very good. So you are a hot tea drinker. So that adds another one in the hot tea category. So wow, it's still sweet tea is still in the lead, but the gap is closed. The gap is closed by 1. There's 7 sweet tea. Well, I'm sorry, by 2. There's 7 sweet tea, 5 hot tea, and 1 tea with sugar. And that's why it's 13 because I have someone over on the Twitch side that has voted for hot tea. When you drink tea, do you drink loose leaf or tea bags? I am lazy. We use tea bags. Is there um um I guess with the loose leaf, you can kinda control how much tea you use, and so that kinda can, uh, control the intensity of your tea. You're posh. You're posh. You wanna do you drink with your pinky out? Pinky out. I think sometimes it might be, um so when you use the loose leaves, um, do you put more, of the loose tea in so it gets stronger? Uh I agree. If you're gonna drink tea, it needs to have some flavor to it. Um, yes, I have my pinky out often. And yes, I've seen the little tea balls. I actually have one somewhere. Um, the way Snorter Poop is said, you have something you put the loose tea in, and then you put it into the hot water. Or you pour it over. There's so many tea can have making tea, the ritual of making tea, can be as intricate as, um, when people you do drip coffee. Yes, I guess you do have to have space to for the water to go through it. It's pointless. Also, Snortopoopas has bear claws, no opposable thumbs, and you can't stick your pinkies out. I will show you one. I will show you one. We have a tea pot that has a column thing in the middle where we can put the tea in, and it can it can brew it that way. Also, some of the innovations that they have now. Um, do you have everybody has rituals when they do things. Like when they make their coffee, if they put stuff in it, how they put it in. Um, I have watched some of the Japanese tea ceremonies, and they are exactly they are just amazing um, to watch. Just the whole ceremony of making a cup of tea is just fascinating to me. You have small, teeny hands, good for electronics work. Very good. Well, I am so glad that you made it by. It is 10:46 in my neck of the woods. We've been actually streaming for an hour and 46 minutes. I can't Oh, excuse me. I can't believe that. That is insane. I'm so glad you all are here. And we have 7 people on the YouTube side and 10 people still on the Twitch side. Wow, that is so cool. So I am going to go ahead and start my promotions, but I have a very, very special promotion that I want to. Um, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tommy brings new meaning to the word to teabagging with tea balls. Oh my gosh, just the picture I got. Just the picture I got when I read that. I try to kind of follow the chat as I'm talking, and sometimes something pops up that just makes me laugh. So tomorrow is a very, very special day for me and Dad Man. It is our anniversary. We have been married 28 years. And so tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Dad Man's channel, we are going to have a 27 28-year celebration. And it will be on his YouTube and Twitch channels. Um, so come on by, stop by, say hello. We're just going to be talking and having a good time. And then after our show, we're going to go have dinner. And the reason I picked the Hunter green and the gray is because my wedding colors for hunter gray and silver. And so I kind of wanted to pick that up on our thing. So a little fact that it is what it is. That's the fact there. So let's see what we have. Thank you so much, Tomby, for the congratulations. Yes, 28 years. And boy, do we have some stories. And 15 years. Well, congratulations for that. Uh, 28 years to eating a 28 years married to a chocolate banana and not eating it, my respect. That's not chocolate, it's a football skin. And thank you, Killer Rabbit. Thank you so much for that. Uh, best wishes. Appreciate it a lot. So yes, we are going to be doing that tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Dadman's channel. And then next week, whoops, let me put this back on. Next week, we are going to be building the infamous or famous, I am not sure which, uh, peeing bear. Yes, Wizzy the bear. Snortopoopas has given them I want to get 3 of these. So we have Wizzy, Tinkles, and Oopsie. So we have Wizzy now, and that's who we're going to be building next Sunday at noon Eastern time, 10 a.m. Mountain time. So yes, um, come by. Stunning is going to be a guest that day. I should put his name on there. I think I did on another slide, and I don't know. I got it so confused. But yes, we're going to have a guest, Stunning. And Brave Megatron is going to be with us. He's going to be building a Jurassic Park T Rex skull. That is if he can find it. He hid it so that he would not be tempted to build it, which I understand totally. And now he said he can't find it. So hopefully he'll find it by then and we will be doing a build together because he has gifted me one of these and I have another one that was gifted by Miss Daisy. So can't wait to do those. I've got one of them in and yes. So that will be not this Sunday, but a week from Sunday. And also, I do have impromptu builds. I'm bored, so let's build something. You can follow me on Twix at MDadmanWalking to get the times of those streams because them being impromptu, I don't promote them until I decide to do it. Obviously, that's what impromptu means, doesn't it? Uh, yes, Sunday is peeing bear day. Whoops, whoops. Where did it go? What happened? Oh, there we go. Yes, Sunday is peeing bear day. Killer Rabbit says snort a poop is day. So yes, check out my Twix at MDadmanWalking. Also, the show that you're watching today, Morning Musings with Mrs. Dadman Walking, is daily at 9 a.m. Unless an emergency happens or there's just no way I can do the show. Um, I will always try to do this show, even if it's in a modified form. Um, at least if hanging out a bit. Um, but yes, 9 a.m. every day, morning musings with Mrs. Dadman Walking. Hope to see you. Hope to see you every day. I really love my time I get to spend with you guys in chat. It's really, really fun and just a wonderful day to start my day. And also, as I've said, I've not made no secrets about from the beginning of this channel. I want to be able to be self-sufficient when I do this channel. I don't want to take any money out of our uh, budget that we have. Um, and I have not been working for a paycheck for 21 years. I had children, I stayed at home, I raised them, I homeschooled my kids. I can consider myself working at those times. I just did not receive a paycheck. And now my kids have all grown up. They're all adults and they're doing their own thing. So I would like to get back into the workforce and doing something. And this is something I can do that's fun and I like it. And so if you would like to support me, you can either I'm monetized on Twitch. You can join. Is it join or subscribe? Whichever one it is, where you can you pay for a monthly thing. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's join. But either way, you can do that. And if you do that, you don't get commercials. Or you can support me on Ko-fi at Mrs.DadmanWalking55. You can do a one-time, you can do a monthly. Um, so if you'd like what you see and would like to support me, that would be fantastic. And you can also take and support me by uh, getting me some stuff on my wish list. I have builds. I do building block builds, Lego builds. So if you want to see them, I have to have them. And I'm still got a few, but I am starting to get dwindled down on my supply. So if you would like to gift me a build, that would be lovely. I've got a bunch of them over here. I also have stuff for my computer setup, my streaming setup, and I just also have some silly fun stuff. And yes, you subscribe on Twitch, and it's free to do and to join. Oh, you follow on to Twitch, that's the free way. If you subscribe, that's when you pay. They're both also different, but yeah, it's so confusing. And here's some stuff I got. Obviously, the wonderful peeing bear. I got one from Daisy Blossom and from Stunning and Brave Megatron, and I thank them both for that. Um, like I say, I want 3 of them. There's gonna be Wizzy, Oopsie, and Tinkles. So we got Wizzy and, Tinkles is on the way, and Oopsie will be the last one. And also from Daisy Blossom and Liam Grey Wolf, we got the Big Ben and the Stonehenge. I have them with me, trying to get with them and figuring out when to build it while they could be here. So that is something we are working on in the process. And Atwood says, "Hello, what's up, Atwood?" And Atwood picks sweet tea for him. So that is one more for sweet tea. We'll just mark that right now. So I think I know which one is going to win here. Um, and also, here's some of the gifts that I have already built. We have the Starry Nights, which Squeaky M gifted me, and we got to build. That was really, really fun. And then Atwood here, who has just joined us in the chat, got me the Destiny 2 Advent calendar, which is the ghost, which is one of the characters on there. And I actually have this one. Um, okay, yeah, Atwood, thank you. Thank you for voting. Thank you for that. And so I actually have it on my shelf in front of me so I can see it every day because I just love that character so very much. And my live streams and VODs, you can find them on youtube.com at Mrs.DadmanWalking55 or twitch.tv, Mrs.DadmanWalking. No punctuation, no number. Also, my streaming schedule you can find on Twix at mdadmanwalking. Now, all these links and everything, if you just go to my YouTube About tab or my Twitch About tab, I will have them all listed there where you can just click on them as hyperlinks and go to them from there. So you don't necessarily have to remember them all. Um, so, yes. Um, let's go look at our poll here. First off, let's look at Twitch. We have 11 people now on Twitch. Wow. Thank you guys so much. That is awesome. That is awesome. And let's check out the poll. We're going to close it here. So uh, we've got 14 votes. I got one from Twitch that I am adding in. And so if anybody hasn't voted and you want to vote, please do. I'm going to give you 5 seconds to finish, to get over there and vote, starting now in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The poll is now ending. Beep. And the winner is I'm Southern sweet iced tea for me, 61%. A simple cup, a simple cup of hot tea was. It has to be a little more. These percentages aren't really right because I've added one in. So I'm a Southern sweet iced tea for me is first place. Second is a simple cup of hot tea and iced tea, but no sugar, please. 8 for sweet tea, 5 for hot tea, and 1 for tea with no sugar. Thank you guys so much for participating in that poll. Um, I um, I think they're fun. So thank you so much for that. Well, it has been almost 2 hours. We've got 45 seconds until 2 hours. So I am going to chatter away until we get to that point. We have 18 people watching now. Fake poll! Fake poll! Ah! It's not a fake poll. A fake a poll. Sorry, I was thinking of a BTS song actually called Fake Love. Oh, goodness gracious. We have 15 seconds. Can we get to the 2-hour mark? Can we do it? Yes, we can. I know we can. I can actually start the goodbye and we'll be in the 2-hour mark, which I am going to do. It has hit 2 hours into the show. Thank you guys so much for that. And on that note, I am going to say see you next time. And remember to be kind, show love, and that you're, whoops, did it wrong. Because I hit the wrong button. So we're going to start all over. See you next time. And remember to be kind, show love, and that you're not promised tomorrow. So go to bed each night with no regrets. And most of all, I wish you peace. Have a great day, evening, or afternoon, wherever it is in your neck of the woods. Bye, everybody.